Hey guys, hashtag you too seems much more appropriate in today's given situation because we are seeing so many names being dropped and it's purely disgusting. Social media has been a backbone of support for this movement, and it is amazing that we see so many people having the courage to speak up, be it how many ever years after the incident. There is some sort of trust, belief that people would recognize this incident and they would actually guide to take some action. And I think we are living in a world where people are there to help one another. It just increases our faith in humanity, I must say. And the thing is that I think the whole core lies within the fact that we women in particular are trying to find our place in a patriarchal society, a male dominated world which was pre existing, where we're trying to find our own voice. And that is where we are made to go through all these adjustments, obligations, and offers, and all of those sort of things. And I believe strongly that there is no need to oblige to offers made just to have a better career. Either you leave that field or you fight for your rights, but never ever ever oblige to someone else's greed and hunger. I truly believe that a woman is equal to a man. Maybe not physically, maybe it wasn't physically made that way, but I think doesn't mean that one overpowers the other. And I think we're living in a country where we dedicate 9 whole days for the worship of the goddess. 9 whole days. We can't respect a woman for a single day. The woman who's inside the house, dying every second, she's giving her 100% to just keep the family together. But we're seeing so many instances where this family gives up on that woman. Maybe even not women, children today are so unsafe within the family. No one is happy because of the kind of animals that we've all become. Children are the future of the country, and if we leave everlasting trauma in them, this would just lead to a bad next generation. You know, when I speak about all this openly with my parents, I hear that this is all normal. Every woman faces this in her lifetime. That chalta hai attitude, like whatever is happening has been happening. But it is not supposed to happen. I mean, are we born so that we have to undergo all of this? No, sorry. I think we were born to do something. We have a goal in our lives. It's not to just have someone overpower us and misbehave with us. We were not entitled to undergo all this in our lives. This is pure rubbish. The day when we are all safe, we don't have any story to tell, that is when we're all gonna be living in a pure world. And I think the Me Too movement is truly trying to bring a society in which everyone's helping one another rather than trying to push the other one down. And I would like to make some requests over here. Like, first and foremost, we must know what exactly happened or is happening, what is the situation, what actually was the incident, before passing comments. If we are not sane enough to pass comments, then we must not make movies which speak about women empowerment and consent, or nor should we create shows which just speak about all of this. Because if you cannot be socially responsible, I think just for any sort of publicity you cannot do all of this. Secondly, I don't think coming out with stories would be a publicity stunt, because in the case of Tanushree Datta, she did tell the media about her incident 10 years ago, and even Chinmay in South India, a few months back, she put on her Instagram that when she was in a concert, someone tried to misbehave with her, and that time too many people put out their stories in belief of her and in belief that she would not reveal their names, but yet these stories would come to light. It is not like this all happened all of a sudden. She has been socially responsible and has been putting out her incidents. It is not all of a sudden. That is the main thing. And as she rightly pointed out, this incident took place nearly in 2004 or 5, where there were very few media houses and nobody was ready to listen to her, obviously. So when a person who has hardly started her career wants to bombard the name of a person who's been in that field for so long, I don't think there would be a ear to listen. But today she has her own place in the industry and she has people who will listen to her. And I don't think it's wrong with her trying to reveal things in today's time. So coming out after so many years is, I think, a very bad question to be asked. And also the POSCO Act has given people the right to tell about their child abuses after they reach adulthood. So I don't think years matter, because how many ever years pass by, unfortunately the society has remained the same. In today's world, I feel like a girl's life cycle is like in infanticide, then child abuse, sexual harassment, and then rape. Is this what we are, anticipating from a society? Oh, sorry. I think we all need a change today. We all must stand together. We all must stand for each other. And it doesn't it doesn't matter if it's a male or a female who has undergone any sort of harassment, let it be sexual or mental, I do not care, but that should just stop. Nobody in this world has the right to comment about someone's body, speak ill of it, or try to touch inappropriately. I think that is the worst thing a person can ever do in their lives. One more thing is that as children, if the person feels vulnerable, if the child feels that they're not safe, that's the worst, because they are unable to interact with the world in the normal jolly way. They just keep themselves caged, they keep their emotions caged. So I think there should be a transparent relationship between parents and children, and also there must be adequate education about certain things such as sexual harassment, sexual abuse, and the difference between it. Like sometimes you don't understand what is the difference and you just simply also just comment, but I think what it is exactly also must be told to the child. And action must be taken. If its soul yearns something, it is action, some sort of justice. And I think that is very much needed in our society. Um, a country is not the limit, it is the entire world. This is a period of detox for the entire world, and I'm happy that we have such an amazing platform for us to put down our stories and tell the world that all of this has happened. And please, next time if someone tries to nudge you in the temple or in a bus, don't ever keep your mouths shut. Don't make a comedy out of it, because it's your life, it's your body. Be confident. One more thing is that do not stereotype any industry or any field of any job, anything, because everything has its own pros and cons. And today, because the film industry is so public, we are seeing people's names coming out, and we are fearing to enter the film industry. But the fact is that there are so many other industries, like example the music industry from where Chinmay is, the sports industry, the stand-up comedy circle. That was entirely shocking. I mean, we go there for comedy, but I think there's tragedy happening even in that circle. So I don't think there is a need for stereotype for any sort of career option or industry, because everything is a good place when you make it your own place. So please stay strong, stay happy, and let this movement catch fire. Let stupid people's comments not let this fire die down, right? And I would just pray for all those souls who have undergone such trauma and fear all throughout their lifetime. Thank you.